Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Unacademy. On this channel, CAT4MBA. The channel is dedicated to the preparation of CAT and other management exams. My name is Neelam, and I'm going to be your educator and facilitator for these exams. In today's session, we are going to have a comprehensive grammar practice for IIFT, the exam which is happening this month. For those of you who are going to attempt this exam, it's very imperative for all of you to be familiar with In today's session, we are going to have those varieties of questions which are going to appear in IIFT. So in today's session, I'm going to cover all those topics which have appeared in IIFT. And with that, we will do some previous year questions practice. Alright? So that's going to be today's agenda. Let's begin today's session. Before that, let me give you a brief introduction of myself. My name is Neelam Malkani. I possess around 12 years of work experience in test preparation industry and have been training students of CAT, GRE, GMAT, SAT, IELTS and TOEFL. I have also been extensively involved in content development and set and design assessment papers of English and reasoning for various exams. I have also been an examiner of English and worked for an international organization. Recently, I have authored a comprehensive book of English for the preparation of competitive exams. The book is written in both Hindi and English and is available on Amazon. The video is brought to you by Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform for the preparation of competitive exams. Let me take you to its portal and tell you how you can start your preparation and be part of this amazing journey. First, you have to go in the Play Store of your mobile phone and install Unacademy Learning app. After filling in all the details, you will be shown 3 features plus free courses, special classes. Once you have this app in your mobile phone, you can have unlimited digital learning experience under free courses and special classes. All the educators who are going to provide their classes under special plus category are also going to provide their classes under these 2 categories. Once you are contented with your performance and the quality of education, you can go for plus course. If you want a dedicated program for CAT, you need to subscribe to Plus program. When you go further, you will be shown all the features that you will be availing when you subscribe to this course. Features such as 30 hours of live sessions every day. When you go for this course, as per your convenient time and as per your availability, you can choose the time of your session. All the courses which are delivered by these educators are going to be well structured, well designed, which have fine balance between conceptual clarity, test, quizzes and exercises. Because ultimately you have to do these tests or you have to attend these questions in a very stipulated amount of time. That means you have to do adequate practice to be ready to take these exams next year. India's top educators are providing their classes on Unacademy. Those educators who have extensive experience of guiding and mentoring students in their respective domains. All those educators are going to give their regular courses on Unacademy. Every month you see a new course being published on Unacademy. When you go further, you will be shown all the models of subscription which have been devised by Unacademy to suit your needs. If you're going for 1 year CAT preparation, that is CAT 2021, you will have to go for yearly subscription. That's going to cost you 17,500 rupees. But if you want to prepare for CAT 2021 or 22 and you are in first year and you want your preparation to begin now, you can go for 2 year subscription. That's going to cost you 21,000 rupees. If you type code Neelam, referral code Neelam, you are going to avail discount of 10%. With that, with the application of code Neelam, your fee for 1 year is going to come down to 15,750 and for 2 years, it's going to be 18,900. Alright, so that's going to be the benefit of typing code Neelam. Other than typing this code for subscribing the Plus course, you also need to type this code Neelam if you want to attend the special classes. So all you need to do is, you need to install this app fill in all the details, and then if you want to attend special class of any of the educators, you have to type code Neelam. And with that code, your courses are going to be unlocked for you. Alright? Okay, so you can reach out to us through YouTube channel. You can post your comments, you can put up your queries. We are definitely going to answer all of them. So YouTube channel CAT4MBA, you can subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any notification and you don't miss any video which we keep on uploading for your benefit and for your preparation. You can also reach out to me on Telegram channel, which is Neelam Malkani Unacademy CAT. Right? In that group, I do intimate students about my session on Plus as well as on YouTube so that you don't miss any of the sessions. Right? I keep posting questions related to the exam preparation, also the PDF documents that I give in the classroom, right? So that whenever you have time, you can always practice through those PDF documents. Okay, so these are the shining stars of Unacademy. Those students who joined Unacademy for Plus, they scored 99 plus percentile. All these students, there are plenty more, but these are the students who have scored 99 plus, and that is why they have been included in this poster. So Shivam Chandak, who has scored 99.98, right? So highest scorer from Unacademy. So this could actually give you validation about your decision to join Unacademy for your CAT 2021 preparation. The batches which have begun this week, Achievers batch, that's going to be relevant for you if you are preparing for CAT 2020. Achievers batch is going to be for those who have scored enough percentile to secure a call from IIMs, right? So this batch is going to be for only those who are going to get a GTPI call from top IIMs. So this Achievers batch will be taken up by the top educators, and GDPI and WAT preparation will be given, right? So WAT, that is writing assessment test. That's an essential component of second phase for most of the B schools now. So you will be given your writing assessment. On the basis of your writing assessment, you will be evaluated and the feedback will be given, inputs will be given so that you can refine your writing further. PI, mock PIs, mock GDs, right? So all will be taken up so that you are given real inputs to take some actionable tips and improve the performance ultimately in GD and PI. That's going to be held in the evening. Absolute batch from HANA CET, which is going to begin today, 13th of January. If you are targeting this exam, you should not miss this batch. All you need to do is type code Neelam to join these batches. Unacademy Combat, so that's the competition, All India competition, which is conducted by Unacademy every fortnight, starting from 10th of January. So this scholarship test is going to be inclusive of all the varieties of questions which appeared in CAT this year. As you all know, the pattern of CAT has changed and new variety of questions, different style of questions as well as reduced number of questions per year. So as per the pattern of CAT, this test is going to be designed. Same day, you will be given detailed solution by top educators. Those educators who have actually designed the test paper. You will also be given your real-time ranking so that you know where you stand in terms of your All India performance level. Because ultimately, you have to take this exam on All India level. Alright? So this is going to be an eye-opener for you. So you will get to know what you need to do in order to come inch closer for better performance. If you are one of the top scorers in the scholarship test, you can win the Amazon vouchers of 50,000, 30,000, 15,000 and 1,000, right? So that's like icing on the cake. You get to take an exam which is in line with the pattern of CAT, as well as you will be given detailed solution, and if you are one of the top scorers, you will win these vouchers. Iconic is the recent offering by Unacademy, which has been launched for those who are aiming at scoring 100 percentile in their CAT 2021. Now, what is going to be the benefit of Iconic CAT feature, the CAT 2021 feature? That you will be given or you will be guided and mentored by a dedicated person who is passed out from IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore and Calcutta. So these people have first-hand experience of taking the exam, clearing the exam, facing GDPI, ultimately studying in these colleges, the very colleges that you are aiming at getting admission into. Alright, so this is going to be the USP of iconic feature. Personal mentor will be given to you to guide you. And you will be given test analysis, you will be given test report so that you get to know what mistakes you are making, what pattern of mistake you have, so that you can take some corrective action to score better and to boost your performance. Alright? And these mentors will also guide you for OMIT preparation, other management entrance exam preparation. Alright? So if this iconic CAT subscription is also going to give you all the benefits that you can avail under Plus subscription. Fine? Ask a doubt, that is recently inducted feature by Unacademy. All you need to do is, if you have a doubt in any question, be it in test material, previous year papers, or the PDF which have been uploaded by educators. If you have a doubt, just circle that, take a picture, highlight the problem that you want clarification about, send it to the dedicated number. 24/7, you will be given detailed solution. Within 24 hours, you will be given detailed solution. Alright? So let's now begin today's session. Let me just quickly see that I'm live so that I can take up your comments. Hi Kshitij, very good evening. Hi Vinay, good evening. Yeah, so this is for IIFT, right? Right? So grammar is actually the common component of all the exams, be it TIS, be it CMAT, MARA-CT, IBMAT, right? So all these exams. So this is basically grammar session, and this is going to be a bit of advanced grammar session, right? So all the concepts which are peculiarly associated with IIFT will be discussed. You can still attend the class because grammar is again a universal feature of all language tests. All right. So let's begin. I'm going to give you first question. Please post your answers, and after that we will also have a brief discussion about the concept which the question is based on. Alright, let's start. Vinay, that's really tricky question. I really need to know your proficiency in those sections which are going to appear in exam, right? So without knowing your proficiency, your competency, I won't be able to comment, right? Have you taken any other aptitude exam before? Did you take CAT? All right. If you are able to see the question, please post your answers. It says, all right, Vinay. Can we do one thing? Towards the end, can I give you a detailed answer to your question? Is that okay? Because that's going to deviate us from the main agenda of today's session. Right? So IPMAT is for I am Indore and I am Rohtak, right? So these two IIMs which have started their undergraduation program for management. So I guess you are in 12th class, PCM, fine? So let's discuss this towards the end of today's session, right? So be there in the session, attend today's class, understand the concepts of grammar, right? Because ultimately, for that exam as well, grammar is going to be a very important topic. Towards the end, do remind me that I'll address your question. Is that okay? Fine. So Shidit says it's D. After graduating from college, his parents gave him a brand new car, 10,000 rupees, and a trip around the state. Now, Shitish, why do you feel D is the answer? Sorry. Why do you feel D is the answer? What is wrong in D? No, answer is not D. Around the state is perfectly fine. Now look at this sentence. After graduating from college. Now who is graduating from college? His parents or the person who is getting brand new car, 10,000 rupees and a trip around the states? No, trip around the states. Around the states. So that's perfectly fine. Around the states mean United States. Right? Now please tell me, when you have this phrase at the beginning of the sentence, what do you expect to come right after the phrase? It's a modifying phrase basically. After graduating from college. Who is graduating from college? His parents or this person? Now this is a modifying error, which is a very favorite topic. Yes, the subject is there, Kshitij. Subject is there, but it's a wrong subject. Misplaced subject. The subject has to be that person who is graduating, not his parents. Okay? So the sentence has to be rewritten. It has to be rephrased. And then only the correction can be made. Alright? So it's a modifier error. Sometimes you may not be able to see the modifier's error because you read in a flow and you assume there is no mistake. But you have to see it closer in order to identify whether error is there or not. Right? Answer is B. Okay? Now, I'm going to write a sentence. Please identify the mistake in that sentence. When I say, after explaining grammar, the students took the exercise. Now what is error here? After explaining grammar, the students took the exercise. The same logic. Can you identify the error in this sentence that I don't? Now who is explaining grammar? Teacher or the students? This is again a misplaced modifier. Right? So after explaining the grammar or grammatical rules, teacher gave the exercise to students. Right? So here after explaining grammar, the teacher. So here the sentence has to be reworded. It has to be rewritten in order to correct the flow of modifiers. Right? So basic modifiers are adjective and adverbs, but some phrases will also function as modifiers because they modify other subject, right? So be cautious about modifiers in a sentence. So for that, I have taken up these sentences just to clarify further what modifiers are and if you are able to see these errors in the sentence. Now, tell me how this sentence has an error or modifier or what error it has. Yeah, that's also one of the ways to put it. The teacher after explaining grammar, yeah, so that's also one of the ways to put it. Yes, when I was only 4, my mother taught me how to read because this phrase incorrectly is modifying my mother. My mother was not 4. Yes, very good. Now see this sentence. While sleeping in the park, somebody stole his wallet. Yes. So you introduce subject in the first phrase so that there is no ambiguity about the subject. So if there is subject in the first phrase, then this is fine. Otherwise, if subject is not there, that means this is the subject of this phrase. While sleeping in the park, somebody stole. Somebody was not sleeping in the park. Right? Very good. Next. He served burgers to the kids on paper plates. Now, this actually seems to be an innocuous statement. It doesn't seem to have any error, right? Yes. But this phrase is actually creating some kind of ambiguity. You cannot leave it on the reader's interpretation. That reader to samajh jayega कि kids cannot be on the paper plates. It's going to be burger. But writing has to be unambiguous. It should not leave the meaning on the interpretation of the reader. It has to be unambiguous. And that is why this is erroneous statement. He served burgers on the paper plates to the kids. Then only the sentence is going to be correct. Very good, Kshitij. Next. Many dogs are killed by trucks roaming unleashed. Yeah, so who is roaming unleashed? Roaming unleashed is not trucks. That is dogs. So this phrase, this is again a modifying phrase, should be right after the word it modifies. So many dogs roaming unleashed are killed by trucks. I heard the bird near the nest that was singing. Right. So that was singing is the modifying phrase. Okay? So this modifying phrase should go right after the word it intends to modify. Then only the correct meaning can be conveyed. I heard the bird that was singing near the nest. Right? Last is standing in the line, the teacher took the children inside school. The teacher was not standing in the line, children were standing in the line. Okay? So with this slide, I just wanted to clarify what modifiers are and how they can be corrected. So as per the options given, you need to choose an option which correctly puts the subject right after or before the modifier so that there is no ambiguity there is no double meaning. Alright? ठीक है? चलिए, next question. It's actual IIFT question. Which of these is correctly putting up the content or intent? No, none of these is correct actually. You have to find out the statement which is correct grammatically. You have to find out the statement which is correctly put grammatically, syntactically, which is conveying the clear message. I'm sorry, I should have included the instruction. Okay, now let me guide you with this question. Look at first sentence. Had, this is conditional. This is going to test the conditional concept. Right? Now, had the President's administration not lost the vote on the budget reduction package his first year. Now, here the subject is President's administration. The subject is not President. Please remember, it is President's administration. So, administration is going to be its. His first year. So, look at this now. Are we clear with first why A is not the answer? Because the subject is President's administration. And this reference is talking about only President. Right? So this is not the correct answer or option. His first year is referring to President's first year, whereas the subject is not President, the subject is President's administration. First is not the answer. Conditional यहाँ पे ठीक है. Had and third form of verb. Fine. And here would have plus third form of verb. That's also correct. So conditional tense ठीक है. Grammar is okay, but the meaning is not correct. This pronoun reference is incorrect. Alright? Now look at this second sentence. Had the President's administration not lose. Now this is grammatically incorrect. This has to be lost. Third form. With had, you have third form of verb. Right? Had you done, conditional. Had you revised, conditional. Had you studied, conditional. So with all these sentences I am using third form. Had you studied, had you read, had you revised, had you done. Okay? Now look at this. If the President had not lost, so the grammar is okay. The vote on the budget reduction package his first year. Now this is conveying the President. And that is why answer is C. The The grammar is okay as well as the syntax. Right? Look at D. Had the President's administration not lost the vote on its budget reduction package? Now again, you are talking about administration and here you are talking about President again. The same mistake. That is why D is not the answer. So you need to be precise about different parts of the sentence, right? So don't be confused just because one part is okay. Here, in this sentence, A, conditional is okay. And if you were confused that this is dealing with conditional only, then you would have marked A answer. You would have ignored this error. The error is of pronoun reference. Okay? So you need to be precise about all the parts of the sentence, then only you can mark that answer. IIFT definitely going to pose you that one challenge. If D would have been, it is, then sentence would have been no. नहीं, एक तो सबसे पहले क्षितिज sentence जो तुमने frame किया है, that is incorrect. That clearly actually reflects that you are not clear with conditional. If D would have been, if के साथ तुम कभी will और would नहीं लगाते हो. If clause में you cannot have will or would. जो तुमने क्वेश्चन पोस्ट किया है, that is if D would have been, right? So if के साथ आप कभी will और would नहीं लगाओगे. Conditional clause में that's just one thumb rule that you have to abide by. No will, no would when you say if, right? So if I make a sentence, if MSP had not been removed from the agriculture bill, had not been removed. If MSP would not have been removed, नहीं होता, ठीक है? If MSP had not been removed, farmers would not have been so much agitated. If MSP had not been removed, right? So had आएगा if के साथ and third form had not been removed, farmers would not have been so much agitated. Yeah, so I'm just giving you some clarification about the construction of conditional so that you don't make this mistake. So one thing, if के साथ will and would नहीं आएगा. That's what you need to be careful about. Second, you also need to know कि second clause में would के साथ have been और have के साथ third form आता है. ठीक है? It's यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा. It is okay. Let me clarify the distinction of these two pronouns. So this it's is the possessive pronoun of it. So Donald Trump administration, right? So if you are talking about Donald Trump's presidency, his presidency and its tenure, उसकी presidency का tenure is coming to an end. It's uska possessive, right? So media should shoulder its responsibilities well. Uski responsibility. So possessive. We are talking about this it's, right? The farmers bill and its provisions. Its bill ke provisions without apostrophe, right? The farmer bill and its provisions. Alright? The government and its intention. Government ka intention seem to be doubtful. So it's. Alright? Whereas this is it is. It is going to be a tough period for automobile sector. It is going to be. So instead of saying it is going to be, I can say it's going to be. कभी confusion आता है because हमें ये समझ में नहीं आता कि हम ये it's कौन सा बोल रहे हैं. But please see and remember that when you are saying it is, then only you need apostrophe. When you are saying it's, you don't need apostrophe. ठीक है? It is raining outside. So I would say it's raining outside. I will omit I here. By omitting I put an apostrophe here. It's raining outside. IIFT and its placement. It's IIFT K placements. So that is without apostrophe. IIFT K placement की बात कर रहे हैं, right? It's going to be challenging for you. If I say IIFT is going to be challenging for you, second sentence is it's going to be challenging for you. It is going to be challenging for you. Alright? So please be clear about this. Next question. Pranay, tell me, what should be the answer of this question? Alright? Indicates should be there, right? Because your subject is not foreigners, not negative attitudes. ये sentence frame किया गया है just to confuse you, in order to be tricked by believing that foreigners and attitudes is your subject. So subject is not foreigners or attitude, the subject is rise. Singular. If it is singular, your verb is also supposed to be singular. Indicate is plural. बाकी तीन singular है. ठीक है? So A is not the answer. Now indicates that the country is becoming less tolerant and therefore. Alright? So this seems to be the correct option. Let's look at other. Indicates that the country is becoming less tolerant and therefore that. Do we need that here? Do we have another clause here? No, answer is not C. Now, indicates that the country has become less tolerant and therefore. Now the confusion is present perfect or present continuous. This indicates, this means you have some data, some figures, some information, some evidence और इस information के basis पे आप ये बोल रहे हैं कि country धीरे धीरे intolerant हो रही है, हो नहीं चुकी है, हो रही है. And the opportunities are right. Look at this. This is parallel. ये parallel, ये भी parallel B के साथ है. Country is becoming less tolerant and country opportunities are right. Parallel structure. Because this part is not underlined. That means your correction has to be in line with the part which is not underlined. And this part is in present simple. Opportunities are ripe for extremists to exploit the illegal immigration problem. Whereas this says, indicates that the country has become less tolerant. Already it has happened. Whereas you are expressing that now it is becoming less tolerant. Right? And a comma is also missing. Okay? So D is not the answer just because present perfect is used, whereas parallel structure is needed, hence present continuous is needed. And also the sense is better conveyed when you are using present continuous. Country is becoming, धीरे धीरे हो रही है, और opportunities are right. Kshitish, are we clear? Parallel structure is supposed to be maintained. Parallel, that means this part has to be parallel with the part which comes before and after end. Right? So whenever you have then, not only but also neither, either, please see parallel structure. The part which comes before either, after either has to be parallel. Chaliye, next question. This is also actual IIFT question. Alright, so this question is also dealing with parallel structure. So whenever there is a list, whenever there are multiple items in a sentence, all items are supposed to be parallel. Adjective with adjective, phrase with phrase, clause with clause, right? Gerund with gerund, infinitive with infinitive. So that's how there has to be equilibrium in different parts of a sentence. Alright? Now this century began with, there are multiple things that this century began with. Alright? One thing, war brewing in Europe. Okay? So the way, alright. Alright, let me explain it to you. It's okay. Alright, so a war brewing in Europe? Yes, answer is C. Very good. Very good. War defined, industrial revolution defined later on, communication defined later on. That's how the structure is parallel. Very nice, very good. Right? So as I said, parallel structure is supposed to be taken care of while writing a sentence, especially a sentence which has multiple items. Okay? List जब introduce होती है, that list has to be parallel. And but conjunctions जब होते हैं, तो the part which comes before and after these conjunctions should also be parallel, right? THAN then, as, right? Neither, either, not only but also. Whenever you use these constructions, you have to see whether both the parts which come before and after these phrases should be parallel. Alright? Very good. Next question. Okay, Kshitij, I got your explanation, but alright, I wouldn't say anything. Okay, as long as answer is correct, you don't need to be worried about the concept, right? But parallel structure, you possibly need to go through the concept of parallel structure, right? It would be better for you. Okay, look at this sentence now quickly and tell me what and how this sentence can be corrected. Wherever they are, whatever they do. So is that the part of the sentence or is that a kind of extra information? Identify the main sentence and then see where this part of the sentence should be put. People who do good work. Yes, very good, Kshitij. Very good. So people who do good work will be valued. So that's the main sentence, right? People who do good work will be valued asset to the corporation. So that's the main sentence. So here, this is needed because this is a parenthesis phrase because you are defining what good work they are doing, wherever they are, whatever they do, extra information. Something which can be removed from the sentence. It doesn't change the meaning. The main sentence is people who do good work will be valued assets to the corporation. So that's the main sentence. The dash is actually introducing a parenthetical phrase which can be removed from the sentence which doesn't alter the intent of the sentence. Alright? Very good. Answer is B. Yeah, Shashank, answer is B. Now this is also an IIFT question. Look at this carefully, see what it intends to say and then choose your answer. See, ING, you chose ING on the basis of ING, but that is not the reason, right? That's why I said that parallel structure has to be seen on different parameters. So at one point of time, ING can be adjective and in another part of the sentence, ING can be the main form of verb. Let me tell you how. Now let's look at this. It was an interesting idea. What is ING form here? Is it a verb, adjective? What? ING form. Okay, so ING is not the sole parameter on which this was done. Yeah, Kshitij, it was an adjective. Now look at this. Now if this is parallel and you are looking at brewing and beginning, then why well established is not ING? This is also parallel. This is one item, this is second item, and this is third item. These three things century began with. So if this is the ING, if ING is the sole parameter on which you are basing your answer, then why not well established is well establishing. If ING is the sole parameter on which this has to be parallel, then yeah, there may be some lapse in the time, but are you able to see my explanation here? So basically, this was defining war, which was brewing in Europe, industrial revolution, which was well established, communication age, which was beginning. Right? So this was actually the clauses, right? So this was actually clauses. That is why I said that ing is not the sole parameter on which you parallel structure, because well established is not ing, but this sentence is very much parallel. Okay? So sometimes ing cannot be verb. It may work or serve or function as in gerund or as an adjective. Okay? So gerund, when it functions as a gerund, it's a noun. When it functions as a participle, it's an adjective. तो आपको differentiate करना आना चाहिए. ठीक है? चलिए, let's come to this question. I hope Shutish, the message is clear. Let's come back to this question. If you still have any ambiguity, we can discuss it later on. All right. Okay, now Shasha wants to go back to that question. Okay. See, I just made a sentence. The century began with war which was brewing in Europe. So which is omitted? Which was is omitted. The industrial revolution which was well established. So that's also parallel, which were, and communication age which was beginning. So instead of which was, it actually omitted and used all these adjectives to define the word. Adjective is used after the word. War, ruin. Industrial revolution, well established. Communication age, beginning. So that is the parallel structure. Why not be, Shashank, right? Now war, brewing in Europe, that's fine. The industrial revolution, surging. Now see, ये and ये दोनों पहले यूज कर रहे हैं. And whereas this is breaching the parallel structure, all parts of the sentence have to be parallel. Now war के बाद adjective use हो रहा है, industrial revolution के बाद adjective use हो रहा है, whereas communication age के पहले adjective use हो रहा है. That is what is not parallel. That is why B is not the answer. ठीक है? चलिए, no problem. As long as we have clarity, we can spend as much time on a question as you want. चलिए, next question. Oh, okay. So basically, the actions and the people are mismatched, right? So this has less to do with grammar, more to do with your understanding, right? So from what landscapes or flower beds would future painters draw their inspiration? Would move poets to craft their symphonies? Now poets are not going to craft their symphonies, right? So poets are going to write something. Composers to contemplate the meaning of God. So composers are going to compose something, right? For singing or maybe for, for playing. So composers to contemplate the meaning of God. Contemplation is the heart thinking, right? So that is possibly not done by composers. Philosophers write their sonnets. So this is a mismatch information. Yeah, Shashank. So you said possibly answer B, all right? So painters draw their inspiration, would move poets to write their sonnets, composers to craft their symphonies, and philosophers to contemplate the meaning of God. So here, all the verbs are correct with the people, right? So composition is going to be done by, um, sorry, composers to craft their symphonies, philosophers to contemplate, and poets to write sonnets. Answer this B. ठीक है? चलिए, very quickly we have to cover a lot of ground today. Let's be quick with questions. बताइए next. No, this was not analogy. I wouldn't say it was analogy. It was more of, syntactical error, like the correct word with the correct person, right? So syntax as well as grammar. Less grammar, more syntax. All right, next question. All right. The large and experienced firms are more efficient at acquiring smaller and distressed firms than are large and inexperienced firms. Now, whenever you have this word, then, immediately after that should be the thing or the person it intends to have comparison with. Okay? Now, large and experienced firms are more efficient than large and inexperienced firms. So, right after then, you are putting the, the part which it intends to have comparison with. Right? That is my answer is B. Very good, Kshitij. Yeah, B is the answer. Alright? Right, Shashank? I hope you have also got your answer. B is the answer. Can we move on to the next question or you want to have any discussion about this? I'm really sorry about the noise which may be emanating from uh, locality. There is some Lohri celebration going on in my locality. That's why this is a sound, right? Please excuse that. Next. Yeah, right after these questions, I have picked up some preposition-based question. Preposition is again a very important topic for IIFT point of view. Now those who come to church with a predisposition to religious belief will be happy in an auditorium or even a storefront. And there is no doubt that religion is sometimes better served. Now your subject of this clause, which begins with that, is religion. Your subject is religion. Right? So religion is sometimes better served by adapted spaces of this kind instead of. Now you have got better in a sentence. The better has to be followed by then. And this part is not underlined. That means this part has to go in line with the structure of this part. That means you need then. You cannot replace it with instead of. Right? And look at this sentence. Now tell me your answers quickly so that I can see whether you're able to see the logic or not. No, Kshitij, instead of will not be used with better. Better has to be followed by then. No, it's not correct. That is why A is not the answer. Now Shashank, look at B. I told you the sentence subject is religion. That religion is sometimes better served by adapted spaces of this actually designed for it. Whereas B is saying designed for them, designed for religion, right? Them is not the correct pronoun for religion. That is incorrect. That is why B is also incorrect. No, Kshitij, B is not correct. I gave you the reason. This is GMAT question. Why B is not correct, I told you. Adapted spaces like these, rather is also incorrect. Okay, actually rather then all belay. फिर भी some of the buildings actually designed for them. Them is referring to what? Religion. Religion is singular. It should be the correct pronoun. अब बताइए आंसर क्या है? You are left with only two options. Yes, answer is clearly D because C is also using instead of. Okay, look at this sentence now. There is no doubt that religion is sometimes better served by such adapted spaces. Such adapted spaces is referring to auditorium and storefront. These are two. That is why spaces, plural. Then, better ke saath then chahiye, by some of the buildings actually designed for religion. Everything is correct. That is why answer is D. Clear? Chaliye. Next question. बताइए. Now detect should be your verb. I'm sorry. Detect is your verb. ठीक है? Detect के just बाद क्या आना चाहिए? उस logic से देखोगे you will get your answer. VA questions. Verbal ability, right? Is that you are saying? Yeah, I'm going to devote all these sessions, these sessions IIFT only, right? So today it's going to be grammar. Tomorrow it's going to be verbal ability. That's going to be verbal logic, reasoning, right? So all the varieties of logical reasoning question and verbal reasoning question will be discussed tomorrow, right? And one more class will be devoted to the reading comprehension. Okay? So whatever your requirements are, do tell me. I'll definitely incorporate that in coming sessions. Yeah, let's come back to this question. Detect. Any medical test will sometimes fail to detect. क्या detect करे? Detect के just बाद क्या आना चाहिए? That's what is going to be a guiding principle basically. So any medical test will sometimes fail to detect. इसके बाद क्या आना चाहिए? Detect something. It's a transitive verb. Right after detect, there has to be the thing that you want to detect. So as per that logic, should when come? So ये दोनों नहीं आने चाहिए. ठीक है? So any medical test will sometimes fail to detect when is not the correct word. It should come right after detect. You detect something. ठीक है? So either A or C should be your answer. Now please tell me quickly. Yeah, answer is C. Shashank says C, answer is C. Very good. Alright. Kshitij, did you get your answer here? Alright, so C is the answer. I hope we are clear. Shall we move on to the next slide? We have one more question of this kind and then we will do preposition based questions. Are we good to go? Alright, next question. Alright, so Kshitij, are we clear with the answer C? Possibly that's happening. Fine, so Kshitij, you were confused between A and C. Are we clear? Now that a condition when it is present and indicate that's not needed. Right? And that there is one. So one is referring to what? That it is present. ठीक है? Alright, quickly, next question. It's very easy. Go by your intuition and read out the sentence. After reading it out, which sounds correct, go with that. Go with your gut feeling. So although Napoleon's army entered Russia with far more supplies, then now Kshitij, they is referring to what? Army is singular noun. It's a collective noun. It's always singular. They is not they is referring to army. That's going to be incorrect pronoun. The subject is Napoleon's army. That's singular, isn't it? Isn't it singular? Napoleon's army is the subject of the sentence. A is not the answer. And that's why I said it's very easy. Because all other options are using plural pronouns, whereas this is singular. Hence, answer is going to be D. So, although Napoleon's army entered Russia with far more supplies than for any previous campaign. Okay? Answer is D. Sometimes the notion around a specific exam is such that we start to see all the difficult parts instead of looking at how to do it in a simplest way. Answer is D, yeah, here, right? So the notion around ZAT, the notion or the perception around IIFT is that it's going to challenge you. It's going to be very, very difficult. But some of the questions are going to be cakewalk, right? Just because IIFT has a knack for creating the questions in a way which makes them appear very difficult, very complicated. That's what I have been telling all of you ever since I started taking classes for IIFT. I have been taking sessions for IIFT on YouTube, right? That it has the capacity, it has kind of a ability to design the questions that look very challenging in vocabulary as well as in GK, right? All you need to do is understand what it means to say and apply your logic there, read it carefully and see what you can do with the question, right? Even a very challenging looking question can be very easy as long as you know the concept and you can work around with your options, right? Fine. Next, it is based on prepositions. जल्दी से बताइए. This is NMAT question. जल्दी से बताइए, what is the answer of this question? Yeah, Shikit says it's D. So the manager told his staff that he would arrive. So here, end has to go with between. So here, the first preposition is between. So with that, you come to two options. You eliminate A and C. The army will be ready to attack in 40 minutes, right? So in 40 minutes is going to be D. Answer is D. Alright? Very good. Answer is going to be D. Varun cancelled the movie plan saying he wanted to stay at home instead. Alright? At home is the correct preposition. Next. Why we don't use within instead of between? Within, first sentence में with Kshitij, how within will be correct here? 3 से 4 के बीच में आएंगे। मैनेजर ने कहा अपने स्टाफ से कि 3 से 4 के बीच में आएंगे, 3-4 मिनट में नहीं आएंगे, within 4 minutes, within 5 minutes. ठीक है? So that's why within is incorrect here. Alright, second. Alright. So first, after injuring the old man, the criminals abandoned him to his fate and escaped. He escaped with, right? So if you are clear with one of the preposition, the answer is going to be very easy for you. So with is supposed to be your answer for first line. So C is the option. So with that, you actually come to your answer. Okay, that's going to be so easy. So you do, I mean, this is also a kind of question which appears to be very difficult. 3 sentences, 6 prepositions, and then 4 options, right? So this is the kind of style which IIFT also adopts. But what you need to do is stay true to your logic and apply with elimination. Apply elimination technique. You will definitely get your answer. So here, escaped with his money. Second, no one on the committee. Now please remember, it's not in the committee. No one on the committee is in favor of selecting him as chairman for the second consecutive term. So somebody who is the member of the committee, he is serving on the committee. The person who is the member, who is serving as the member of committee, will always be on the committee. You use in committee when you say the issue is going to be discussed in the committee. Now you may know that Supreme Court intervened between farmers and government, central government. And Supreme Court has, suggested that a committee will be set up which is going to look into the matter, which is going to look into the farmers' demands as well as government's position. 4 people are going to serve as a member on that committee. 2 people from government sides and 2 people who are representing the side of the farmers. Okay? So, on committee. Okay? The concept here is on committee. Have some guards stand by you. I just clarified that difference, I guess, right? So I'm getting your message now. Possibly I already clarified that thing. So have some guards stand by, right? So stand by, that means something which is going to support you. So have some guards stand by in case we get into trouble and need help. Okay? Chaliye, next question. Yeah, Kshitij, please tell me if your query has been answered, the difference between in and on, right? So I'm going to serve as a member on committee, right? So that is my, on committee. But the issue is going to be discussed in committee. Now this farmers' bill is going to be discussed in the committee. That means within the committee. Alright, so you have given your answer B for this question. The actor responded to the director's demand by throwing a tantrum. Nakhre dikha ke. Okay? Throwing a tantrum is nothing but showing your weight around, right? So by throwing a tantrum, by is going to be the correct preposition here. So E is going to be, right. So E is going to be the first blank. Now look at second. Since the CEO was not in, the MD had to fill in for. You fill in for, that means you replace somebody. You fill in for someone, right? So here, for will be correct preposition. Third, what are the primary requirements of this approach? Hence, answer is going to be D. Why not B? Now B says, first preposition, Yakshadich. So answer is D. Okay? Alright? Chaliye, next, can we do next question now, quickly? Yeah. Alright, so the room was adequate. What preposition do you want to use here to complete the sentence, right? So quickly go by your instincts, because prepositions are not applied as per the logic, especially the preposition which come after a specific word. Right, so the room was adequate for needs. The speaker deviated from the topic and the youth embarked on or upon. Both preposition can come here, right? So on is there, upon is not there. So the room was adequate for needs. So for is going to be D, and with that you eliminate these two options. E is going to be second, you say, and A is going to be answer, right? So answer is C, yes. Right? So embark on or embark upon, both are correct preposition, right? I hope you know the meaning of embark upon. So you all are going to embark upon your journey of management education soon. So that is you are beginning, you are going to start, right? So embark on a journey, embark upon a journey, right? Both are correct. Next. All right. So the mayor could not be interested with handling sensitive religious issue. So you are interested with some responsibility. This takes preposition with, right? So I am interested with the responsibility of clearing your doubts regarding grammar. I am interested with, right? Now Joe Biden is interested with the responsibility of heading America. All right. Alright. So with is supposed to be the first preposition and with is there as the, so one option is eliminated. Right? Now it is even suspected that he might have colluded. Now you collude with someone in doing something. So collude can take two prepositions, but here with will be correct because with someone. Communal leaders. So with is going to be one more preposition, preposition which is going to fill in the second sentence. And the third is the media too has charged that police official abstained from taking action against writers at his behest. At his behest is the correct preposition. That means answer is going to be B. Right? On someone's behalf. At someone's behest. Right? किसी के order पे, किसी के कहने पे, किसी के direction में. At his behest. So this is suspected that these writers who rampaged or who attacked Congress building in America, they did it at the behest of Donald Trump. At the behest of Donald Trump. At his behest, that means according to his direction. Okay, Kshitij, why not upon? No, that's not the correct. The set phrase is at someone's behest. Upon नहीं होता है, right? On someone's behalf होता है, but at someone's behest. So almost meaning is same, but the preposition is different, right? DDA is going to be the answer. Now please see the difference of collude with and collude in. So collude in doing something, that means you had a nexus with someone for doing something wrong. Collude is nothing but having a nexus, having a cooperation with someone for committing a crime. That is collusion. Okay? So bookies and police, bookies and cricketers are colluded with each other. They collude with each other, right? So bookies and cricketers, so they collude with each other in betting. Okay? So in is also preposition, but in doing something, you collude with someone. Please see the difference, right? Now this is actual IIFT question. Hi, Hari Krishna. Yes, for IIFT, I'm going to take advanced vocabulary session on special classes on Unacademy. That's going to be tomorrow at 9:30. So I have been taking advanced vocabulary session. Today only I covered foreign words. Tomorrow I'm going to cover exercise based on analogy, filling the blank, and foreign words. Right? So that's going to be the agenda for today. If you want to attend the class, 9:30 on Unacademy. Right? So that's going to be the fourth vocabulary session based on IIFT questions. Yeah, so Shidit says it's B. B is going to be this by dint of is going to be perfect for 1. He succeeded by dint of perseverance and sheer hard work. So by dint of is nothing but by means of. Okay? So by dint of is correct. By virtue of the power vested in me. By virtue, thanks to the power vested in me, by the virtue, right? Uski wajah se, because of. So that's also correct. Very good. In consequence of his in consequence of his illness, he could not finish his work in time. That's also correct. Right? In case of need, please contact me at the emergency number indicated. Very good. Answer is B. Okay, Shitish? Nice. This is also IIFT question. Quickly, give me your answer. All right, okay. All right, so Hari Krish and Kshitish both say it's B. Let's see, there is so much love because it's two. So between will be the correct preposition. I have not seen Aditi. Friday is a specific point in time. So since is the correct preposition. Very good. I started my exam preparation from January. The three sisters, since now three among will be the correct preposition. Right. And I have not seen Mohan. Now 6 months is the duration, hence 4 is correct here. Friday was a specific time, since duration 4. Very good. Answer is D. Okay, so that was the last question of today's exercise. Alright, so I hope I gave you adequate practice for IIFT grammar. Right? So the concepts that we cover, they need to be revised, they need to be revisited, then only you will have crystal clarity about your application. Otherwise, you will keep, have ambiguities about which answer is correct and which answer to not choose, right? So go through your concepts for grammar. IIFT is going to give you at least 4 or 5 questions based on grammar, right? So that's why it's going to be very, very important part. And grammar is one of the subparts of verbal ability for which you have less ambiguity, because as far as you know the concept, you can be sure about your answer. Okay? So tomorrow I'm going to cover verbal logic. So please do attend the session, and please share this video of today for grammar. Those of you who are going to attempt this exam this year, they may be benefited. So this is just for the benefit of the students. So please try to proliferate this video to as many students as possible, right? So please like and share the video. Thank you very much, and do attend my class on special classes under Unacademy. Tomorrow it's going to be 9:30, and the session is going to be devoted to advanced vocabulary practice. All right? Thank you. Yes, Shitesh, I have a class, but that class is going to be for CAT 2021, right? So that may not be of your interest, but you can still join it because it's going to be vocabulary. Norman Lewis vocabulary. Alright? The class is at 9 o'clock. Okay? Chaliye. Thanks for attending class, and see you tomorrow.